Welcome back, everyone. We are just about to get ready for another RSC veteran matchup this time between Dread and Cannoli. Dread are a team from the Shadows and Cannoli from the 50-50 Pizzeria. And let's go ahead and go straight into the team stats. Dread are having a really good season so far. 35-21 is quite an impressive record. And Cannoli are looking a little bit off the pack between the two. So they're going to look to have a nice recovery. They are technically not eliminated from playoffs yet. So if things go exactly the way that they need them to go, they could make playoffs in like I think there's only a couple match days left or a few match days left, but they are going to need a lot to go their way. But definitely so far there's a big difference between the two, and in fact the goals for is not that different, and the shots the big difference is the defense. Like there's a 50 goals versus defense in between the two, so there was a big gap in defense, not a huge gap in offense. Bullet, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, you're 100% right. These look super similar teams match up on paper. And just shout out to Russ producing us as well. For those of you guys joining in, 42 of you guys in the chat, myself and Taco casting you guys through this veteran match. But Taco, you're 100% right. Goals versus, you look at that one stat line there, 164 on Cannoli and 112 from Dread. And it reflects in their total team standings. Cannoli having a little bit of a rough season, like you said, they're 24-32. And Dread is 35-21, almost inverse, right? But as I said last series, and it came into play last series, what's the last five show? And we look at the last five. Cannoli 10-10 and Dread 12-8, and that's a lot closer than their series record would suggest, or their season record would suggest. So I'm thinking that this is going to be a closer game than we think. But with that as well, we don't have player stats up just yet. I know, Taco, I think you've got a couple things to say. I'll share some facts about the team. Dread surprisingly doing really well, considering that they had about half their team drop halfway through the season, with JMH getting promoted up to veteran 2, who has been sort of helping hold that team together. So kind of a little bit of a roster switch there, some craziness there on that. And then Harp no boost on Cannoli. His name actually comes from the fact that he has the highest no time boost, I want to say in the league. I'll have to double check that, but definitely in veteran. So we're going to see maybe just some really fast plays coming out of Harp there too. So kind of just some fun facts there for both teams. But hey, Taco, what are you seeing on the skill charts here for any standout players?
Yeah, so Dread have a lot of standout players. Yovanny is their lead player in terms of SPV with an 85, which is top of the tier. Usually, if you're above 80s, that's promotion territory. So definitely looking out for Yovanny in Elite next season potentially, and then Mezberry and KO and a bunch of others throughout. They are a lot near the top of the SPV chart, which makes sense because they're having a good season. And then Cannoli are struggling. You know, they have some standout players. Laben and Tyrannosaur are the two at the top of their leaderboards, but it's tough position to be in, to recover from a 24-32 record this late in the season. They're going to need to show up now. And you said that form chart was close, but they're going to need more than close. I'm not sure. I don't think they can even like drop a game the rest of the season. So they are going to
Mhm.
need basically a sweep from here on out and a bunch of results to go their way.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting here to see what happens. Dread fighting for good playoff position, Cannoli fighting to get into playoffs. I think both teams are going to come out swinging. I think we're going to see some great plays out of both teams and players here. But let's get predictions going. Goes guys in the chat, make your predictions, get your fake internet points up. But for us here on stream, Taco, what are you thinking?
Ooh, I don't know. I think it's gonna be a close one, actually. I'm leaning towards 2-2, but for the 50-50 pizzeria watch party I know is going on back in my server, I'm gonna go 3-1, for the boys.
Hell yeah, love to see it. We love the rally on the underdog. I'm gonna stick with my 2-2. It's been working for me all night. We're going to keep it going. We still don't have all the players in the lobby yet, so we are just going to talk a little bit more about veteran here. Veterans in an interesting spot. Only four teams have cinched playoffs so far with 2 match days left, which means that there's a lot going on. Giraffe, Gutter Cats, Kieran, and Dogfight, all the teams that have cinched playoffs. And despite that, only 4 teams have dropped out of playoffs. So you've got 8 teams. You've got a stack of 32 teams. Is that right? 28. You've got 28 teams in the conference. Apologies, I'm a lowly prospect player. But you got 28 teams in the bracket for veteran. And of that, only 4 teams have made playoffs, and you got 2 match days left. Guys, you got some work to do. The whole middle section of veteran is going to be fighting for playoffs here, which includes Cannoli. So we're going to have to see what happens here. It looks like we've got everybody. So let's go ahead and get things going. I'm going to say go, go, go in chat. Just let me do a quick count, though, and double check here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Taco, double check for me. Do we have everybody? Are we good to go?
Yeah, we're good.
Awesome. Let's get it going, guys. Thanks again for tuning in. We're going to get started here. Veteran matchup between the Cannoli and Dread, and we're going to get right into it.
Well, Cannoli going to look to turn around their season late, just a couple match days to go, and Dread looking to continue on their winning ways. Let's see who's going to get into it. Game 1, kickoff right off the bat, is even in the midfield. It's going to give Mezberry a little bit of space. Who's going to fake the touch, look to play it off the wall. Yovanny is trying to take a solo play, plays it. Bayylock's a little awkward, gets a 50 on his teammate, and now Mezberry's going to come in again. Mezberry, who's on the ball, gets a demo. Yovanny should have a free shot, and it's 1-0 to Dread.
Yeah, and that looked almost methodical here. Mezberry getting the trick play in the corner, the touch off, and then the demo, and Yovanny just waiting in the wings to throw it down in. Solid first opening strike from Dread as we go into kickoff number 2, just 20 seconds into the game.
Yeah, quick start for Dread, definitely what they were looking for. Mezberry, who's been making a lot of plays happen, and looking to continue that. Bayylock on the ball, gets a bump. They're looking to respond, Cannoli, on the physical plays. Tyrannosaur off the wall, finds Bayylock. Bayylock comes out of nowhere on the screen POV and slots it home. Bayylock stays in the play with sneaking far post, stole the corner boost, and comes out of Yovanny's blind spot and slots it in.
Yeah, just completely caught Yovanny off guard, though. Bayylock screaming in to get the touch that he needs. Ties it up 1-1. Just 18 seconds off the clock here. 1-1 tied up. Just less than a minute off the field. Harp burning his boost. True to his name. Throws it to the corner. His teammate tries to help out. Knocks it down. Back into the net. There's Tyrannosaur. Off the wall, off the ceiling, off the air. Doesn't matter. He's in the air, and then the ball's not, and then it's in the net. Ball goes straight down. What a slot on the right side. Throws it in to go up 2 seconds. 3 goals in just over 45 seconds, Taco.
Yeah, Cannoli not looking to be quiet in this game. They are showing up, and they are looking to make a statement here. Mezberry, though, on the flick. It's just goals galore. Mezberry takes on the opponent, steals the ball from Harp, sees all the space, and then just says, a little flick here will beat the last defender. Dread and Cannoli throwing heavyweight punches at each other.
Yeah, crazy back and forth here. It's super exciting to watch. Under a minute and 2-2. Bayylock is going to go up the wall here, try and make something happen. Leaves Harp Nobus tied up with JustABurger. Harp Nobus going to go come around the corner here, gets a flick over 1, throws it down. Yovanny's there to catch it, throws it back out, gets pinched out. They're looking for a shot here as Bayylock goes up, gets it around 1, gets the 50. Does he get the touch? He does! Bayylock scores again. And now we're up 3-2. Cannoli leaving a lot of time on the clock, but doesn't seem to be too concerned as long as they can keep running up the score like this.
Well, if you wanted goals, you're certainly gonna get goals. We have 5 in just over a minute of gameplay. We are on track for about 20 goals in this game. So lock yourselves in, everyone. We are in for a long series. This one looking to be goals galore as Bayylock trying to pressure the ball. Not able to do so. Tyrannosaur has time and space, has the boost to make a play happen. We'll just bang it downfield. Burger has the ball, but banged into the corner. Gonna bounce awkwardly off the ceiling. Tyrannosaur reads it. Mezberry downfield to Yovanny. Yovanny up in the air, has a lot of boost. Can he make a play? Looking for the double. Instead, his teammate puts it just wide of the post. Tyrannosaur gets the touch. Yovanny's a little awkward. Tyrannosaur has the ball, gets the boost, pinches it across the net, but no one on Cannoli was there to follow it up.
Yeah, JustABurger has to play this 50 out. Unfortunately, has to throw it back in off the crossbar. No shot for Tyrannosaur. Tyrannosaur has to come back and play a 50. Awkward miscue there, but Dread had to play it like that because there was just no pressure and no boost available. Corner shot coming in, gets it knocked clear. Yovanny's there to catch it, though, keeps this pressure in. Dread looking a little shell-shocked here from Cannoli as they were able to get some goals in, but now seem to have recovered. They got some good defense going, but maybe not as that shot comes screaming in. Mezberry's able to save it, knock it away. JustABurger with no boost is going to bang it, leave it for Mezberry. Mezberry goes up. He's going to be trying to make a play here as he throws it back to his teammate. Yovanny goes for the redirect. It gets knocked down. It gets knocked down again by Mezberry, and it doesn't materialize. No goal for Dread. Unfortunate as Harp has a response here. Throws it down midfield, but almost gets a touch from Dread as they get 50'd at midfield again. And now JustABurger is the only one back with no boost. Has to play this slow in the corner, try and force a 50 that he fakes out for his teammate. And Dread is caught on the back line again as they try to break out.
Yeah, Dread are looking to respond, but the goals have started to dry up. They are not able to breach that defense of Cannoli as easily now, as over half the game has gone, and we are still at 3-2. So the goals are not as easy to come by. Usually it starts off slow and then gets faster as the series goes on. This is, whoa, a crazy dive in, but a free net is just missed. And both teams have to be shaking and scratching their head at that one as a wide open net and a weird commit from third man is left unpunished. 1 minute 20 on the clock. Still 3-2. Tyrannosaur looking to make a play. Looking to dunk the last man. Not able to do so. Harp no boost with no boost. And will look to play it off the wall as he grabs the boost. Gets 50'd. JustABurgerGuy can do nothing but pinch it into the wall. Bayylock, who's made some great plays and delays on the ball, taken control when he needs to, and given Cannoli the time that they need. Tyrannosaur off the wall. Mezberry is going to be first to it. Harp off the wall. Harp misses the touch. Tyrannosaur leaves the boost, goes for the ball first. 40 seconds on the clock. Everyone looking to make a play happen. A pass down to Mezberry. On looking for the 50. Bayylock gets enough of the ball. A boost steal, though, from Yovanny. That could be crucial. Tyrannosaur, though, has enough to get the ball away for now.
Yeah, JustABurger's going to be looking to try and set up something here. Gets knocked down by Bayylock. Gets knocked away. Yovanny has to play this defensively, and they're going to be looking to try and get maybe the last counterattack here. Gets 50, but Mezberry is in a great spot to keep that offense going. Just awkwardness as it gets knocked down to the side. And you know Cannoli's just going to be throwing everything here. Trying to get another score. Gets it from Bayylock from a ceiling pass down from Tyrannosaur. Tyrannosaur gets a carry and is a little bit awkward on the touch, but makes the best of it with a ceiling shot to backboard read for Bayylock to knock in, and Yovanny is just caught sleeping, unable to make a response.
Yeah, that's a great pass there from Tyrannosaur to Bayylock to finish this game off. 6 seconds left. There's not going to be enough time unless this... never mind. There might be enough time as we have 4 seconds left. I was speaking a little bit too soon as Yovanny and Mezberry linking up. Mezberry on the end of it, and we still have time. So Cannoli, if they thought they won this one, they need to strap themselves back in for at least 4 more seconds. 3 seconds on the clock. This one's gonna be on the ground and end. Cannoli take the game 1 win.
Yeah, crazy. Almost comeback there from Gloom. Or sorry, from Dread. They're going to be calling for a switch here. They're making a sub. Really interesting. Laben coming in for Bayylock. Kind of interesting considering they went up 4-3. I don't know if it's a timing thing or they're just trying to get people going here. But JustLaben going to be coming in for the Cannoli. Crazy game one, incredibly high octane here in the opening salvo as both teams just traded blows left and right, and then it was Cannoli who was able to seal it away. But not to discount Dread, they're a sharp team. They fought back and almost came back. 115 touches for both teams, and just under 80 points separating the two, despite the goal differential. So these two teams very evenly matched in this opening first salvo. Taco, Wan, what are you feeling?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting as I believe Cannoli are a team who heavily rotate. So let's see how that plays for Dread, who are going to have to adjust to a different play style each game. And so we have the
No,
server go
no.
down for maintenance.
Oh no. Dude,
We've
our producer Russ, man, just can't catch a break. The poor guy. Shout out Russ. He's been doing awesome between the player disconnects, his own disconnects, and now I guess the server disconnect going down for maintenance. We're gonna lock back in. So grateful to see every guys in the chat. We love doing this. We love having you guys here. Just a reminder, we are trying to get the subs and the followers going. Shout out JMH gifting subs, getting us over that 10 sub threshold. So thank you for that, man. 48 followers to go to reach that 600. We're going to be coming right back in here as we get the lobby going again. Stick around, guys. It's going to be a blast as we go into what should be another very exciting game 2.
Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one. I think we might be we got to be setting the record for like most server issues and resets in a night. But this has certainly been an interesting night and one with a lot of goals. Dread and Cannoli are looking to be in for a good one here. A 1-goal game in the end, as Cannoli are able to um, break away from the last minute comeback attempt from Dread and take the victory. But Dread are not going to be one to go away. We've seen by their stats, they are a great defensive team and are very capable on the offensive end as well. So if Cannoli are getting comfortable, don't get too comfortable early because they are going to get punched right back in the face.
Yep, and we are back. We are going into the second kickoff here as we speak, so we'll get the transition up. We're back into game 2, guys. Cannoli, Dread, taking this first kickoff, is going to go towards the Cannoli side. Tyrannosaur is going to get 50'd, and if Mezberry was a little bit patient there, might have had another goal opportunity, but now has to play defense. JustABurger into the corner, just barely misses the timer on the corner boost and doesn't get anything for it. Lands back down on it with a nasty bump on JustLaben, shutting down any early game opportunities for them. That ball's going to bounce mid, almost gets faked out, and Harp, no boost, true to his name, doesn't have the boost to capture and adjust it, just has to pinch it down. Ball's going to fly high here. Harp boost is going to go up and throw it back to the side. Yovanny reads it and throws it right back to Mezberry. Mezberry's looking for a shot, doesn't get blocked. Knocked down by JustLaben, making a good play here. Coming in, Harp no boost, going to come and throw it away too. Cannoli kind of on the back foot now early game. We're now almost a full minute in, and the score is 0-0, unlike last game where it was, I think, 2-1 now at this point. But Mezberry's going to throw that wide down. Tyrannosaur is going to be looking for a block, but he leaves it for his teammate. Teammate's going to be throwing it up, gets met. What a 50 to throw that back down, but Tyrannosaur is already reading it, already saw it happening, gets the demo, leaves an open net. There's JustLaben to knock it back in. 1-up with just over a minute of gameplay. Tyrannosaur with an excellent heads-up play, fakes Yovanny into the catch, and then leaves it for JustLaben after he sends Yovanny to the spawn screen.
Yeah, that's a great play from Tyrannosaur there, using the flip to get a crazy touch that was a little bit unexpected from Dread, where the last man had to control the ball, and then he just takes the last man out of the play entirely, which leaves Laben for one of the freest goals he'll get in his career. And now Cannoli are again in the lead. So Dread are not able to respond early, and Harp is going to get a huge clear that might just be in the net. That is insane. How has that one found the top corner? From there, Harp pinches it off Yovanny, and Mezberry knew nothing about it.
Well, and super unfortunate. Mezberry making a great play to get back in time, but Mezberry was the one that missed that corner read on their own goal, which might have had a score for Dread here, but they didn't get it, and instead Harp Noberry was able to come in and score off that. But now an open net opportunity. Yovanny dribbling towards the net. JustABurger's waiting patiently, going to go off the wall here, meet Harp no boost, and just get beat on the 50. That leaves Mezberry back with the ball and boost in the corner to make a play, but Cannoli are not going to let them have that opportunity. They're coming out fast here to try and set things up, keeping that pressure on, keeping the ball on the blue side of the field with a great 50 from Tyrannosaur. His teammate's going to have to go up with low boost and try and fake the touch there. Almost a goal from the side played there. JustABurger catching the edge of the net there, not quite able to make it go in. And now Mezberry is going to try and reset here. Has one to beat. Open net opportunity. Goes for the touch. Gets blocked by No Boost. No Boost able to take it and dominates the 50 in the corner. Throws that ball back out to the corner, but has to leave it for JustABurger because, true to his name, he had No Boost.
Yeah, Harp is making plays happen on Little Boost as he does, and that is sure to be interesting for the opponents. Laben able to get a 50. Mezberry can't read the touch, does not have the boost to it. JustABurger is going to be on the end of it and gets a great redirect past the last defender. Mezberry fakes it, and Yovanny finds JustABurger at the back post. Harp thought the shot was going to come to the near post, and JustABurger pulls the string on him.
Yeah, great play by JustABurger there to get the angle that he needed to put that ball in the net. Giving Dread a chance here as they go up 1-2, but a shot comes right back from Tyrannosaur off the kickoff. And just as soon as they were able to shorten that lead, it's right back to a 2-goal deficit. Tyrannosaur off the kickoff reads the nasty pinch to the corner, and Yovanny is just caught too far forward, just a hair too far forward, and can't make that save.
Yeah, Cannoli get a great kickoff goal. Tyrannosaur slotting that one home with authority. The power on it was impressive and catches Yovanny out completely. Harp looking to make a play happen. Laben gets on the end of it on the 50 and gets it past everyone. Harp with the control, getting it past Mezberry and forcing the 50 out from him. Yovanny could not read the 50 in time. Laben gets the goal. Cannoli are off to a storming start.
Yeah, crazy start there. Put Harp in an Amazon Prime van because he just delivered that right to Laben. And he's going to try and do it again. Puts it down mid. Mezberry gets the save. Laben's forced to catch the 50 there. Tyrannosaur trying to play that 50 out. Ball comes across towards the net. Harp's there to catch it. Gets the 50 off. Yovanny pops it up. Pressure from the Dread side as they get some awkward touches in the corner here. Yovanny has to double back for boost. Has it, but now has the ball for a shot opportunity off the side. Gets caught by JustABurger. Doesn't make the play happen. It gets sent to the side. There's Laben to throw it across the net. It's just too wide, and Mezberry catches, but throws it right back with a slight touch off his hood. Double up on the save that allows it to get knocked clear, but leaves the net open. No response, though, from Cannoli. Cannoli, 4-1 with 1:30 left, just came out swinging in game 2. Gets dropped, and this is the second time now that we've seen the higher tier or the higher ranked team struggle to put away games here in this series. Maybe it's just Sunday night scaries, or just the pressure from being on stream, or something else.
Yeah, definitely. These teams that should have the advantage, definitely more on the standing sheet, a bigger advantage for Dread, you would think, but not able to make it happen as Harp punishes the mistake, a complete miss in the corner, and Harp will certainly take that. Yovanny back passes it, and Burger cannot read the touch, and everything is kind of starting to fall apart for Dread here. They are going to need to lock in and start to lose themselves from the pressure a little bit. You know, they're definitely getting the nerves probably coming out, and now down 4 goals, are certainly feeling it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Cannoli came out swinging in this match, and they've got 35 seconds or so to try and hold on to this dominant lead, a 4-goal lead. Mezberry thinking that there's a shot coming. You can just see that tells how much pressure Dread has faced this game, where he didn't even bother to look. He knew that there was going to be a shot coming, even though it didn't. And Dread just kind of has to make adjustments here in game 3 if they're going to have a chance at making a 2-2 out of this. Otherwise, Cannoli, I think, is just going to continue to hammer that back line.
10 seconds left, not much more to do in this game. 5 seconds on the clock. We'll see if we get a consolation goal at least. Burger trying to play it. Tyrannosaur's up for it. Will kill it. Cannoli off to a commanding 2-0 lead.
Yeah, really great play there. Overall, Cannoli just kind of outscoring on all metrics here. 13 shots to their 10, 3 assists, 5 goals. 116 touches to 97 from Dread. So just offensive pressure out the gate. Cannoli has dominated these 2 games. Again, we're going to need to see another change. And it looks like Cannoli is just rotating through their roster. I don't know who's stepping out for who, but Baylock's coming back in. It looks like bayylock's coming in for Tyrannosaur, which is going to be interesting because Tyrannosaur seems to have been the sort of dominant offensive leader on Cannoli. So we don't know. Maybe we're going to see some more ground play, some more back and forth, some more support, and maybe this is also the chance for Dread to come in and respond and then sort of catch Cannoli off guard a little bit.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting with the full rotating lineups to adjust to for both teams. If you can make it work, it's also difficult for the opponent to adjust to a completely change of different playstyles from game to game. But it's tough to make work, and Cannoli, through the first two games, are making it work. And we'll see if that can continue. Only a game away from getting the series, but again, we talked about they are on a thin line of making the playoffs. They need just about every result to go their way. So they are not just looking for a 3-1. They basically need the sweep to stay alive and keep their season going. But Dread are going to look to keep their great season going and get another win. Mezberry, finally, they get a kickoff goal, and that's a good way to start off for Dread.
Yeah, no, great play there. JustABurger, props to him on the kickoff, hitting the 50 where it needed to go, and Mezberry having the comms to go around and get that shot in. That's one goal that they're going to hold on to. That might just, given how we've seen Cannoli play, that might be what they need to stay competitive in this series.
Yeah, definitely. And JustABurger is going to look to play it to Yovanny. Yovanny dives in, but not able to get enough on it. Laben and bayylock come together, and Harp, with not a lot of boost, gets the touch. Burger has left his opponents, and Yovanny cannot find it under the crossbar. Laben is looking to clear it long to a teammate. Laben is looking to just play it again. This ball is ping-ponging all over the field, and bayylock is finally going to get a clean touch, and it's still not going where you would think it was going. The ball just about going every single direction. Mezberry, a pass to JustABurger. Hart misses the touch. bayylock is there to clean it up.
Yeah, and like we said, like we were talking about here, different energy coming out of Dread right now. They throw that ball. Awkward mistouch from the corner, though, might lead to a scoring opportunity here. JustLaben is going to come screaming across looking for the demo, and he gets it, and there's Harp to knock it in. And JustABurger, awkward touch that kind of set that whole thing off the corner. JustLaben leaving that for his teammate and going for the net, making that about as open as it gets.
Yeah, that's a great demo there, and there was not a lot of room with two cars on that front post, and Harp, with the complete faith from Laben, just slots in the top corner shot. So Cannoli tie up the game and are looking really good still. Harp does not have a lot of boost, 10 boost to his name, and that is not going to be enough for the aerial. bayylock completely gets faked out by Yovanny, who pulls the string on the Cannoli defense. Mezberry gets the fake touch. Yovanny with the fake touch again, and the Cannoli defense is completely caught out.
Yeah, super unfortunate there for Cannoli, not quite able to get the save that they needed. 2-1 with a minute and 30 passed in the game. Both teams, after that early game one slaughter back and forth between the two teams, have kind of leveled out a little bit, and we're seeing a little bit more technical play, a little more team play coming out. Both teams sort of figured out how each other plays. Looking for a shot here, though, is going to be Dread. Gets blocked by Harp, gets sent back. Burger sends it across. 50 across, doesn't quite score. Yovanny comes screaming back in, though. Top post, top bar for Yovanny. Going to score again and get up a 3-1. And it looks like the floodgates might have opened here for Dread as that ball goes across the net at the top line there. 3-1 in the game so far.
Yeah, that's a perfect shot from Yovanny, just under the crossbar, catching out the defenders. And Cannoli are now down 2, and they need a comeback quickly. 3 minutes left on the clock. Down 2 goals. bayylock trying to make plays happen. Gets the boost, and another good boost spawn using the update to the advantage. Harp can't find Laben. It's a little too strong of a touch. Laben's going to have time control. Gets a little bit of a heavy touch, but it should lead to a Harp touch, and it does, but bayylock can't read the ball. Mezberry will leave it. Try and look for a bump. Yovanny gets dunked as last defender. Harp finds the goal, and Cannoli are still alive in this game.
Yeah, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. It's plenty of time for a score to happen here. Harp just dominating that 50 and rolls the ball right over the last defender to knock it up 3-2.
3-2 indeed. Cannoli are looking very good. Harp with the pass, can't find it. Harp on the wall. Mezberry fakes the touch, fakes out Laben, fakes out two, in fact. Burger looking to play it. Oh my goodness, it's perfectly shot off the crossbar and in. JustABurger off the fake from Mezberry. Harp had not a lot of boost, and it was perfectly placed into the top corner.
Yeah, super unfortunate. Harp had to dodge that incoming demo from Mezberry, forced him to jump early with a limited boost that he had, and Burger was just able to put it where Harp wasn't and get that goal scored. But JustABurger looking to come 50 down, throws it for his teammate. Harp's there to catch it, throws it wide, but Yovanny reads it. And excellent prowess from Yovanny here this series has just been excellent in reading plays and putting himself in the right spot. Has been a really, really good component of this Dread team, but an awkward 50 there almost leads to a goal. Mezberry sends it across. He's going to be looking for a solo play here as he comes up the ceiling, gets a little bit of a whiff off the back read there, doesn't quite get it. Balls to the corner. The whole Cannoli team is up in that zone. Third man playing very aggressive as Laben comes screaming in here. Doesn't get the 50 that he wants, but he does give Bayylock and Harp enough time to rotate back. Harp's going to be burning his boost here, trying to get around one. Doesn't get it around Mezberry. Mezberry's looking for a pass. Doesn't materialize. Ball's bouncing free. JustLaben in the corner. Throws it 50 to the corner again. Yovanny's up, but fakes it, and so does Bayylock to leave that ball bouncing free. A redirect from Yovanny might lead to a double off the backboard, and there's the shot from Mezberry, and there's the goal. And what a play by those two. Yovanny going up for the redirect to the corner, gets the double back to the backboard to throw off Harp, who had to play top corner, and Harp didn't have enough to get in front of it as Mezberry shot it towards the middle of the net.
Yeah, great play there from Dread, and a great double off the corner to give the free shot attempt, and Harp with such an awkward position and not a lot of boost could not make a play on the ball. That one is so awkward, but Harp does get a great save to recover and clear that one. But again, a double commit. This one is getting very awkward. Mezberry's coming in, a demo coming in as well, and this one is looking to be over for game 3 as a relentless pressure, in fact, from Dread in this one.
Yeah, unless Cannoli can find some of that offense that Tyrannosaur is bringing to the team, I don't think they're going to be able to score enough in a minute here to get it back. But maybe I'm wrong as that kickoff starts to go towards the net. Awkwardness in the corner. Bayylock's going to leave it. Doesn't quite get the power he needs to throw it into the net, and he leaves it for Harp now, who's going to make his own shot attempt, and he just gets awkward in the corner. Laben gets the right idea, but doesn't have enough power to throw it over, and these soft touches are really hurting Cannoli right now. As that ball comes across their net again.
Yeah, these touches are not ideal, not the ones they wanted. Laben has no boost, fakes the touch. Harp comes in and has no boost as well, so he just has to hit the ball. And they have no one back. They're all creeping up for boost. Everyone trying to. Laben tried to time the squishy save, and the ball was coming in too quickly. Burger will punish them as, again, they're looking to bleed boost Cannoli, and when they're looking for boost after they bled the boost, they're caught out of position.
Yeah, just a completely different story from what we saw in the previous two series. Dread taking advantage of that roster change and just really harping on the offense here. No more than 400 points across all players of Dread, with 2 of them above 600 points right now. 115 touches, so 20 total touches more than Cannoli as we go back and forth here, and have just turned up the offense in game 3. Definitely not wanting to go down 3-1.
Yeah, well, Dread do take a good game, and are we going to see a repeat of our last series where we saw a 2-2 switch up in the middle of the series, and Dread are going to look to repeat that, but Cannoli, I'm sure, want to get the series win still. Dread definitely looked impressive in that game, but Cannoli, with Tyrannosaur coming back in, are going to prove to be a threat to that.
Yeah, definitely. We'll have to see what Dread does here as they keep their rotation, and we're going to have another sub, Harp no boost, leaving the match. Tyrannosaur coming back in, and this might be like a Jurassic Park moment here. That Tyrannosaur is going to be on the loose, hunting for some players, hunting for some goals here, as I'm sure he's hungry to get a 3-1 win here for Cannoli as we go into game 4.
Well, game four, this will decide it. Last game of the night, last game of the regular season, in fact. Before we start our playoffs and finals for our lower tiers, Cannoli are going to look to end us off with a win, or can Dread force the 2-2? Yovanny fakes it and almost catches Tyrannosaur out, who had to readjust with the flip and get just enough on it. Burger gets a reset, flings it to the corner. This one is pitching into the corner of the net, an unlucky 50, and Yovanny will capitalize.
Yeah, JustLaben a little bit too low or too high there and too soon. That ball is going to go right between the two cars, which unfortunately lined up with the corner of the orange net here. Kickoff number 2. 1 goal, 15 seconds in, very similar to game 1. We might see a repeat of game 1 here where we get some really nice offensive motion from both teams.
Well, Tyrannosaur up for it. Gets a clear long. Yovanny is well back for that in time. And Mezberry will just get a touch around Laban, and that's all that's enough. You can see the Cannoli defense is biting on these touches. Dread have started to pull out some of these mind games and these fake touches to get Cannoli to bite, but here could be a counter. Mezberry gets a great touch off the front post, and a pinch to the corner that JustABurger is able to read. Gets a 50. Bayylock's going to be first to this, though. Can he put it on target? It's just wide. Tyrannosaur pinches it, and Mezberry reads it. Yovanny a fake. Mezberry's going to take control. Take time. Gets a touch. Around 1, Laban is taking no nonsense and clears it away. JustABurger off the corner. Tyrannosaur. Yovanny was waiting on the corner boost, but he already is full. Mezberry off the ceiling. Is anyone there? No, they are not. 2-on-1, though. Bayylock is not able to punish the mistake. Laban, though, with the ball, but it was a double commit as another Cannoli player already committed. This one is a free double for Mezberry, and the Cannoli defense all out of sorts.
Yeah, just a scramble here. Tyrannosaur, or Bayylock getting bumped, and that's what opened up that net for Mayberry. Mayberry putting a little style on it to throw the double into the net. A minute 30 pass, 2 goals up. Tyrannosaur has to get this team going with offense here as he gets a demo off the kickoff that might work for them, but doesn't get the bump on the third man to leave that goal open. Awkward touches here in the middle. That's going to leave that ball towards the middle here. Tyrannosaur looking for a shot here. He gets it across the net and in off the top. Leaves the defender sort of cross-eyed in the corner. Gets a beautiful touch off the corner read, and Mezberry just doesn't have the boost or the positioning to get it in.
Yeah, we were talking about the offense that Tyrannosaur brings, and there it is showcased in front of the Dread and net, and that will certainly be a great boon for them to come back in this series. A great pass from Laban finds Tyrannosaur lurking on the back post. Laban takes control, sees one go, gets it around Burger, and gets it around Yovanny. Mezberry was not back in time. A beautiful play from Cannoli, linking up and finding each other.
Yeah, risky play there with the entire Cannoli team up in front of that midfield line. Tyrannosaur got an excellent pass from Laban, who was able to see that the defenders were just out of play. And a crazy shot from Bayylock's going to scream wide across, but Tyrannosaur is there to knock it back in. And that's what I've just noticed with Tyrannosaur being in these matches, right, is he has great offensive pressure. He is able to keep offense and extend plays, and that's what you need at the veteran level, is somebody that can keep your team rotating through offense, and Tyrannosaur has been doing that in every game he's in. A crazy 50 by Laban almost leads to a scoring opportunity. Tyrannosaur is going to knock it down to the corner and leave it. He's going to turn back around, but Baylock's there as well. That's an open net that Dread just doesn't get to respond to with no boost or no positioning for it. Ceiling shot coming in from Mezberry, tries for the 50, he gets knocked down. JustABurger is going to take his shot, but Tyrannosaur is there to be a game changer again and throw it in. JustLaben's going to bounce it out but leaves it for Mezberry. Mezberry catches. Dread looking to try and get something set up here. Doesn't quite get it as the ball gets bounced away, and now there's going to be a response here from Cannoli. Tyrannosaur goes up the wall, plays the touch, misses it, and leaves it for Laben. And we're going to see maybe Tyrannosaur come back in here as he tries to get a touch. He goes all the way back. He has to play the ball here. Off the corner, he's going to be looking for a corner pass to his center. There's his teammate off the wall, and there's bayylock coming in and gets met. And what a defensive stand by Dread to make sure that didn't materialize into a goal.
Yeah, great defense there. Cannoli are starting to put on the pressure. They're starting to find each other. They're starting to link up as there's an interesting pinch that almost works for them, but Burger can't find the opening off the net and out. Bayylock is able to clear it away. That one was really interesting as a fortunate team pinch. Almost worked for them. Laben will clear it long. Mezberry plays it. Tyrannosaur has the boost. Stole the boost in the corner. Baylock's up. Can he find the double? It's to Laben. Laben, it's so slow, and it's almost saved it, or it is saved, and Mezberry is still scrambling. Everyone on Dread leaking boost, leaking the pressure that Cannoli are starting to put on them. Laben just has to beat one more and can't do it.
Yeah, unfortunate. Laben almost got that touch through. It just wasn't powerful enough. That ball's going to come across the net in a dangerous situation. Baylock's on it for the pressure. Laben's coming up to play the 50 and try and return it. He's going to leave it so his teammates can recover here, but catch it. And now Laben and Tyrannosaur are going to be looking for a play here as that goes to the corner. Baylock's going to have to wait for Tyrannosaur to bang it clear. Timing on the boost for Laben to pull it up. Gives the ball away to Yovanny. Dangerous play here. We all know how Yovanny's been playing tonight. Laben's going to get a whiff on the 50. A bump on the third man. That ball's going to go in. Oh, what a bump by Dread. I didn't see who did it. I think it was Mezberry. Yeah, Mezberry here gets the bump on the third man to clear that net open. And Dread has been doing that a lot this game. They've been really great, as we talked about. Tyrannosaur's ability to extend the play, Dread's ability to make the play harder by pressuring that third man has led to them scoring goals. And that's what happened just right now to go up 3-2 in the game today.
Yeah, Mezberry has been brutal on these bumps and these fakes that have kind of messed up Cannoli's game plan. They're not able to adapt to it, as this needs to be the response if they want to win it, or tie it, I should say. This one's still in the air, but Burger is gonna ground it. Dread come back late in the series and force the 2-2.
Yeah, crazy night with two very distinct and separately ranked teams in both games that we watched tonight, both matches that we watched tonight, going 2-2. And again, we looked at the last five for recency bias, and it seems to have played into that. But Dread going to take this series and tie it up at 2-2. No interviews on a 2-2, so we're almost done for the night, guys. But we'll talk just a little bit longer. Taco, MVPs for the night. What you got?
Ooh, it's tough because both of these teams played really well in this series. I don't know exactly. I think I would give it to Tyrannosaur, who for their impact in the games they played was clearly felt. And even in this one they lost, they were still putting up goals and pressure, and was a big reason that Cannoli jumped out to that early lead in the series.
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely. And I'm going to have to give it to Tyrannosaur, just being a game changer, coming in with that offense. And, in the 3 games he played, it was a very immediate difference in how Cannoli presented. And I think that's attributed to his own aggression in how he played as well.
Yeah, definitely a great series for both of these teams. Unfortunately, both not with a series victor either way, and in both of the matchups tonight. But that is going to do it. We won't have an interview because we had 2-2-2. So that's going to do it for the regular season. Bullet, you got any more thoughts?
Yeah, I got some great thoughts. Guys, tune in Monday, Wednesday, coming up here in the next couple of weeks. We got the playoffs coming in. We're starting things off early on Monday with the amateur matchup at 10:30 Eastern on Monday. 9:30 and 10:30 on Wednesday, we'll do Premier and Prospect as well. I'm going to be sitting around for the Prospect one and the Contender one the week after. Taco, I don't know if you're getting in on any of this playoff excitement, but it's going to be a great time, everybody. We hope to see you guys there. This is going to conclude our regular season setup. We hope you guys had a great time in season 25. We're looking for you guys all to come back in the big 2-6. But I'm excited for playoffs, Taco. I don't know how your team or franchise has been doing this year, but what you got?
Oh yeah, I'm very excited for playoffs. I feel like playoffs and finals always deliver. Especially tomorrow's one. We got the amateur finals tomorrow, which is going to be hugely exciting. I'm always a big fan of the amateur finals. It feels like it always goes to game 7, so you're definitely going to want to tune into that one. I think like 5 out of the last 6 amateur finals have all gone to game 7. They're always cinema, and they're almost like overtime all the time too. So definitely going to be one to tune into. But all of the finals across these next few weeks are going to be very exciting across all of our now 9 tiers again. So lots of exciting Rocket League and exciting matchups to come, but definitely going to be tuned in to those.
Yeah, for sure. Well, shout out Taco as a great casting partner. Always a pleasure to cast with you. Shout out Russ for being an excellent producer and taking the hits as they come. And shout out to the chat. We can't do this without you guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in, showing up, and showing support for the teams. Looking to see you guys all next week. We're going to sign off for the night, and hope you guys have a great week.